Hey guys, it's Lindsay from Wannabe KY Homesteaders. It is absolutely gorgeous in Kentucky this week, so we are going to start working outside, getting as much done. I need to move some plants around. I want to trim some trees, clean up some beds, build another raised bed. So there's so much to do and it feels like so little time. But whatever we do, I'm just happy that it's going to be outside. So join me for this whole adventure of the weather this week. So I am starting off here by pruning back our blackberries, our raspberry, and our grape. I didn't want to do this super heavily, but we are planning on doing some work on the top of the chicken run. Therefore, I wanted to cut things back at least for enough to where I didn't have to worry about that growing over top of the run. Ideally, I want that to grow completely over top of the run to add some extra shade. And I decided to go ahead and take out my blueberry bushes. They were not doing too good. I'm going to keep them inside for a little bit and see if I can't revive them some. Over the past few weeks, I've been doing some research on pruning fruit trees. I've watched videos with Garden Answer and Garden with Pippi. I do not want to have to use a ladder to climb to the top and try to get fruit. So therefore I decided to cut down on the tops of the trees, and then I'm going to go through the middle and I'm going to cut out anything that crosses through like the center of the branch. Then that way there's more airflow. And I also gave everything a good round of fertilizer to try to help encourage some more growth. So each year I try to make sure I repot our aloe plant as well as our fig, which you'll see here in a little bit. I also wanted some more fruit trees, some apple and peach trees, and I was reading different ways to start this, and I've read a few places that if you cut off starts and then you dip aloe, the branch in aloe, that will help start growth. Not sure how well that's going to work, but I figured since I was cutting and pruning back the trees anyways, I would go ahead and try it. So this is the fig. It is definitely too big for that pot. I'm going to have to invest in a bigger pot. I wanted to go ahead and get this guy some fresh soil, as well as we have cats inside, and our cats kept trying to use this as a scratching post. They kept playing in the dirt, so I added some rocks on it to see if I could deter them from scratching on it. So each year I save up cardboard and I add this to bottom of raised beds or around our flower beds to help deter weeds. Hey guys, so it is an absolutely beautiful day today, so we are going to work outside and work on cleaning up the flower beds around the house. I typically do this a couple times a year. It feels great, a little bit of a breeze, it's plenty warm, so we're going to go ahead and get these knocked out before we start pressure washing the house. Hey guys, so today I wanted to go ahead and get some stuff down in our raised beds. We still need to build a few more of them. We are using our old shed that's kind of falling apart for some of that wood, and I wasn't really trying to clean the chicken coop or run per se. I wanted to be able to use this bedding. If you remember in the winter we used a lot of pelleted bedding in here, and now it's really starting to break down. It's getting really fluffy. There's a lot of extra bedding in here, so I'm going to start scraping out every so often on the uncovered part of the run, raking in all this dry onto the other side. That way there's less bedding, and more bedding typically means a little bit more warmth, and now that it's warming up, we want to not have as much heat back here. Here in a couple weeks we'll take off this top part of the plastic just so there's more airflow and it's not overly warm or anything. We have been opening the windows in the coop just to make sure there's plenty of airflow. We still might get a couple more cold days, but so I don't have 2 or 3 days of just chicken cleaning, I'm going to try to break it up a little bit. So hopefully if I keep doing a little bit at a time, it'll be less painful. Here is the shed that's kind of breaking down and not very good shape, so we are going to use the wood from this, what wood we can use, and make more raised beds and maybe some borders around some of the flower beds. But as you see, it's in pretty rough shape, and hopefully we can get that knocked out soon. Hey guys, just finished up for today. It is pretty hot outside. It's around 72, so it's definitely feeling pretty humid. We're supposed to get some rain, so I'm not really worried about trying to water down the raised beds just because, again, we are going to have rain. It's going to compress that down quite a bit. I did want to show you, we have a chicken here sitting on eggs, and hopefully she will hatch some. She's hiding in her box. I'm sure she's going to puff up at me. She's right here. Her name's Petunia, and hopefully we'll get 5 or 6 eggs from her. And then once we get our chicks in the mail in April from Meyer Hatchery, we will hopefully have around 50 altogether. So it'll be a lot of eggs, but currently we're selling a whole lot of them and it's going good. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I will catch you on the next one.